It's a jolly day. Would you like to try our peach mango pie with a side of the great Ace Attorney? Because if you do, then let's go ahead and get started.
Hiya, hey. Welcome to the second stream of the day. Hope everyone is doing good since I last saw you guys. Today is still Mario Day, but we are not playing Mario. In fact, you're playing my favorite game at the moment. We are currently playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I had to play it today, guys. Today, it's very exciting. We are starting the trial. I don't expect to finish this trial today at all. It's the last case of the first game, so it's probably going to be very, very, very long. But this story is so good right now, guys. If you guys weren't here yesterday, there was so much drama. It's like Mario. There's Italians from... No, there's not Italians. There's British people. Yeah, it's just so good right now, you know? Like, I want to keep playing while this story is fresh in my head. Because if, like, I save it for, like, you know, later... Like, you know, the small details that we experienced through these streams, I'm gonna forget. So I just wanted to play it today. But I hope everyone is doing good. I hope everyone had a lovely dinner if I didn't see you guys. Gab, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello to you. I know it's like pretty late. Right now, it is currently about to be 9 p.m. my time. So I don't expect anyone to like, you know, it's pretty late, but also it's Friday, so I can go for a little bit. So anyways, I hope you guys are all doing good. Let's go ahead and get started with the save. Moxie Mox, hello, hello, hello. 17th April, 9:32 a.m. The Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber. Daya Diyuki, hello Kieran, hello everyone, welcome in Daya. Hope you're having a great morning, evening, whatever time it is for you. And if there's any consolations here, can we give Daya a warm welcome for being new here? Hello, hello to you too. Probably gonna go to bed, sleep since I got it open, but I wanted to say hello since I saw you go live. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Yeah, any sort of like warm, kind words always mean a lot to me. Yeah, my business tomorrow isn't until pretty late in the evening, so I think I'm probably gonna go for about 2 or 3 hours today. We'll see how this goes. Good morning, Gina. I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it. So where's your friend then? So for a quick little catch-up of what's going on right now, basically, Gina here was accused of murder because every case in this game has some sort of murder accusation, and we are trying to prove that it wasn't her and that she was probably framed by this guy that we defended in an earlier trial, who is obviously very, very, very evil. And also, our judicial assistant, who's been with us since the beginning of the game, has to head back to Japan. So she left us in the middle of the night, and she will not be helping us with this trial. So drama everywhere. But yeah, oh, also, before I forget, if you guys want to answer today's check-in question, the check-in question is, what is something or who is someone that inspires you? I want to know because honestly, this game has really, really been inspiring me. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I forgot to text my sister that I got home. So if you guys don't know, I went to go get dinner with my sister. We went to Korean barbecue. And then also, I ended up taking her dog back to my place. So, yeah. But yeah, for me, this game has really just like inspired me. Because like I obviously love storytelling and I love getting to read out for these characters for you guys. And the story is just so good and engrossing. And for me personally, when I really, really, really get into like, you know, reading for the characters of a game for you guys, I really feel like the words. And so like when a character is really feeling really emotional, like I start like, you know, getting my breath pattern into that sort of like crying, and I actually start crying. And it's been absolutely great because it's just great to get to tell these stories with you guys. I'm so tired, it's 12. Well, you know, it's Friday, so I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I compare myself only to myself to press forward. I don't like comparing myself to others because other people go at their own paces. Progress is not linear, and baby, neither am I. That's a really good answer, honestly, Geb. And that's really good at like, sort of like having this mentality of the only one you should compare to yourself is like, you know, the you of yesterday or the you of tomorrow and whatnot, but you're framing it in a very healthy mindset. And it's not like, you know, sort of like, oh, I didn't meet the expectations of what I've set for myself. It's more just like, I am looking to what I've done and I recognize the achievements that I've been able to do. But I also can understand that I can do more. And I think that's really awesome. So thank you for sharing that answer. So where's your friend then? Sorry? You know, in the fancy dress. Sasarto, or how you say it. I don't know. Miss Susato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up. alright with that, are you? Yeah, about me if you like. Go and see her off. It's fine. It's not as though Miss Susato and I won't meet again. One day. Even so. But you, Gina. You only get one chance. This trial today is all we have. We will meet again one day in the sequel. Don't spoil it for me, but I kind of hope we can see her at the end of this, you know? This can't be the last time we see her in this game. Good morning, you two. Oh.
Good morning, you two. How are you feeling, Ginny? Did you manage to sleep? Meow.
Iris, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Loggy? Meow. Loggy!
Great way to show your support, kitty. Let Marva's nose around. What harm can do it? What harm can it do? Got it.
Oh, that reminds me. I brought a piece of paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Runo?
Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. No, always take the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad.
Yes, and that question always gives away people's personalities.
Let's not go there.
All right, then. I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning, and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move.
Huh? The bad news was a weather report?
So I hope that Susie made her train to Dover and that the train isn't delayed on its way to the port.
Oh, gosh. Yes. What then? So what's the good news?
Well, the rain in the fort is forecast to subside this afternoon. So even if the train is delayed, it should be able to make up the time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it?
I couldn't give them monkeys, really. If only all the good news canceled out the bad.
And look, the trial has made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pit purse plunder. See?
Heard you like that. Well, let them say what they want. See if I care. I can't, because you're covering your face.
Don't worry. Bruno will soon show everyone that his headline is nonsense.
I will?
And then, in tomorrow's papers, the headlines will be... Discharged diver is dauntless do-gooder. Isn't that right, Runo?
Oh, yes. Let's hope so.
Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you. How was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it?
It's like she was still here. Today's paper. Ooh, let's read it real fast. Hold on.
Good luck then, Runo. I'll do what I can.
London News pawnbroker perishes in pick purse plunder.
Pawnbroker perishes in pick purse plunder. Oh, how awful. For Ginny, I mean.
But tomorrow's headline will be, Discharged diver is dauntless do-gooder, right?
Yes, something like that. If possible, I'd like to go even bigger.
Bigger? How?
Rocket protects planet post-trial, perhaps?
Protects planet?
Ooh, I can't wait for tomorrow now. It's gonna be so great.
Okay, so it's all the same. What else? What else? There's probably like some really big hint in here.
There's a sensational story lower down the front page as well. Look. Ministry Mole? Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from ministries of justice.
Welcome to Baskerville, home of the hounds, and here for all your plot hole needs. Welcome in, Relix. Welcome to Baskerville. Wait, is Iris supposed to be like this game's version of Ema? Because Ema was also an inventor, right? Granted, remember, I've only played the first game, but you know, like, she's really taken like the assistant in this trial, which is the 5th trial, and Ema was the assistant in the 5th trial. Is she supposed to be Ema? You can answer yes or no to this. Ema was a scientific investigator. She didn't really invent. Okay, never mind. Okay. I was trying to like, because you know, like obviously Ryunosuke is like Phoenix and Van Zykes is supposed to be Edgeworth and blah, 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 blah. She just like throwing out her cool science toys. Okay, well, either way, what if I just...
What?
Oh.
What if I just read Iris is an Australian?
That'd be so bad, oh my god. For a 10-year-old, Iris certainly has her finger on the pulse of world news.
It's about secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently, they're being intercepted by hostile nations.
Communications are being intercepted? But how would somebody be doing that?
That's the question, isn't it? I've come up with 3 different possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new career, Runo?
No, of course not. I wonder. Perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday.
Yes, it could be. And it could explain why he has Grexy running from pillar to post at the moment.
The morning's paper, which contains an article about government secrets being leaked to foreign agencies. Anything juicy inside? No. No. No more hot goss. Okay.
Obviously, I don't know the law like Susie does, but still. I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement.
I'm not sure that pig thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest. But thank you, Iris. That's very kind of you. Oh yeah, Iris.
Yes, Jenny?
Well, I was wondering is all about Sholmes. I fix him up all right?
Yes. The operation was a great success. But Hervey still hasn't come around yet. I've asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up.
I'm sure Gregson will let us know the moment there's news. He already woke up! He's been awake! He saw Susato! Oh, right. No Susato-san, and no Mr. Sholmes. It's all down to me today, to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime.
Miss Gina Lestrade, counsel for the defense. The trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom.
It's time then.
Yes. Let's go, Gina. Iris.
Lead the way,
Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I have to believe in her, from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here. If I learned anything from the love of my life, it's that. April 17th, 10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Frostgrave, thank you so much for the care package. Oh, ready. Everyone, let's go ahead and before we start the trial, let's all get off our seats. We're gonna stand up. Let's go ahead and twist our bodies to the left. And twist to the right. We're gonna go ahead and stretch our arms straight up to the sky. Let's go ahead and roll out that right shoulder. Let's roll out that left shoulder. Very slowly, very gently, roll out that neck. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And drink your water, or in my case, my boba. Frostgrave, welcome into the stream today. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Oh, I said that this time I was gonna read him like Santa Claus, right?
Ho, ho, ho! In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. This trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready.
The defense is ready.
Lord Van Zykes. My lord.
I didn't warm up today.
My lord. Remind me, how many years was it that you withdrew from the public prosecution service? It was some 5 years ago, my lord. Yes, and then 2 months ago you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly. And here you are again today. Are there some circumstances of which the court should be aware that have led to this erratic behavior?
Oh, unnecessary feelings?
In what might describe as your former life 5 years past, you dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government.
Really?
Yet today, you choose to try a simple case of burglary and murder.
Murder is not simple!
I confess I find it a bit more befuddling, counsel. There are 2 types of person I cannot abide.
I just got here and you're making me work. Keep working.
Firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind a mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large.
He means Mr. McGilded, who you defended against the Reaper 2 months ago.
Yes, I just about managed to work that out. Thank you. Happy Mario Day, Ginger! Hope you're doing well. You missed the Mario stream, but you were probably working, so I hope you're doing good. It's also like really late, so like go to bed. Magnus McGilded. If I'd known what a monster he was, I never would have defended him.
And secondly, even more loathsome, those wily scoundrels who masquerade as allies only to effect total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confidence tricksters from those tiny islands in the Far East, the Nipponese.
Actually, I was able to join right when you ended. I hope you had fun. Yeah, it was really good. I think I'm gonna try playing the rest of Mario on Sunday. I mean, honestly, I can probably even try tomorrow because my business tomorrow isn't until like really late in the day. But I'll see. Either tomorrow or Sunday. I definitely want to finish Mario so that I can validate my childhood self. Because I was getting dinner with my sister and I was like talking to her. And I was like, yeah, I was like streaming Mario. And I was like telling my stream that like, you know, you were really good at it. She's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, can you like still play it? Like if you played it again? And she's like, probably. And I was like, dang. Because like, you know, my sister's not a gamer. So like getting to see her play games would be like, and outsmoke me in Mario would be really funny. What? Did he really just say that?
He means you now, Runo.
I actually managed to work that out too. Thank you, Iris. Total betrayal? What are you talking about? A torrid look of hatred in Lord Van Zykes' eyes. Was that directed solely at me? Or was he talking about all Japanese people?
An alarmingly scathing explanation, Lord Van Zykes. Still, the judiciary welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper of the Bailey, feared by all London's male malefactors.
I was gonna say males.
Your lordship is too kind. Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial.
Oh my god! Of course!
Are you ready to hear the evidence placed before you and determine the guilt or innocence of the defendant? Former lieutenant of the British Army here, don't you know? Chaps like me were born ready.
Clean crockery, clean cutlery, and a clean conscience. His lordship's motto is very appropriate here, I think.
Everything will be stereoscopic in the future. Absolutely everything. And I'm ready for it.
I don't understand it. I can't have left it in there. It's not possible, but could I have?
Women indispensable in society. Stop. Female-centric future awaits. Stop. She's right, though. Oh my god, can I do,
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
stereoscopic guy. Do you realize real life is already 3D?
Is something wrong, Runo?
Oh, not exactly. It's just... I'm fairly sure I recognize these jurors. Almost all of them, in fact.
Really? Funny coincidences like that do happen from time to time, don't they? But it is quite strange. The jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know?
So I've been led to believe. But something tells me I'm being duped.
Very well. Now, Lord Van Zykes, the court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the facts of the case. As you wish, my lord. Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short, there has never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder. The victim, Mr. Pop Winterbank, proprietor of a pawn shop on Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. The prosecution presents this photographic print of the crime scene. As the court will observe, there is a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. Also, his haircut reminds me of Coconut Head from Ned's declassified school survival guide. The evidence suggests that the bullet has pierced the man's heart, resulting in near instant death. Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. His report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory.
And what's that supposed to tell us?
It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Someone like the accused, you might say.
Oh,
The prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report in crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord. Oh, indeed. The court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff, please.
Hold on. I gotta read the evidence. Autopsy report. Coroner, Dr. Stevens. Details of victim. Name, Pop Windebank. What's the pun there? Pop Windebank. Pop Windebank. Pop Windebank. Pop Windebank. Pop Win. Pop Wind? Pop Win. The bank? Pawnbroker on Baker Street. Time of death, 16 April, 1 to 1:30. Pop Windbag? Wait, I was mixing up Windbag with Wendy Oldbag. Time of death, 16 April, 1 to 1:30 a.m. Reporting party, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Post-mortem findings. Single bullet wound in upper half of victim's back. No other signs of visible trauma. Autopsy findings. Instant death from a posterior bullet. Wound to the heart. Oh my god, I can't! The bullet entered the body from the back on a gently rising diagonal trajectory. Crime scene photograph. Why do we need this magnifying glass? It's not like there's any comment. Oop. Does he got cake? Does he have cake or is he flat?
I'll now ask the court to turn its attention to this plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. The proprietor was found in the storeroom where he kept articles pawned to him.
That boy got gored, not cake?
A windowless room with a single point of entry. A door to the main shop that was found locked. In this sealed chamber, there were only 2 persons present. The victim, Mr. Windebank, and the accused. It may further interest the court to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene, she had in her hand the gun used to fire the fatal bullet.
Well, that's it then, isn't it? Nothing more to say.
isn't that grubby little girl a pickpocket anyway?
She's got one of them filthy drabs that live in the slums on the East End. Oh, well, it was only a matter of time before she got blood on her hands then. What are the jurors waiting for? Objection! We can't jump to conclusions here. We mustn't assume her guilt because of what she has to do to survive.
My learned Nipponese friend. Is it you who mustn't jump? Oh, it is you who mustn't jump to conclusions.
Whiny-o is on the case. Welcome in, Zoth.
The prosecution has barely begun presenting its case.
Hi, Helma. I had a really good dinner, so I'm happy.
Conveniently, this appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses.
I'm happy for you. How are you doing today?
Good gracious! After the testimony, this girl's true nature will be exposed. Pitiful pickpurse, or cold-hearted killer.
Doing very well. Glad to hear.
Here's to establishing the truth.
I'll toast you with my boba.
The court will take the floor plan and firearm and
All this evidence!
hand them to the bailiff, please, Lord Van Zykes. At once, my lord.
Not the Glock. Crime scene floor plan. Okay. Oh boy, how are we gonna solve this today? It's a big case, Kieran. A pawn shop proprietor got shot. I know, but like, I wish we got this evidence while we were investigating. This is Mr. Windibank's gun. The cylinder is completely empty.
Mr. Windibank always used to keep this gun, his buns to hand on a shop counter.
Yes, but only ever with a single bullet loaded, I understand.
That's right, to keep all the pond articles that were in his care safe.
I also keep my buns on the counter. But his one bullet was fired that night, and the poor man lost his life. Keeps his buns on the shop counter right next to the toaster. KK, welcome in. It's been a bit. What a great time to hop in. You for sure picked a good time. Was he protecting his shop, I wonder? Trying to keep the article safe? I get dinner and suddenly I can't speak English or read it. This is Mr. Windibank's gun. The cylinder's completely empty.
Mr. Windibank always used to keep this gun to hand on the shop counter.
Yes, but only ever with a single bullet loaded. I understand. English is a hacked language anyways? Someone hack into the mainframe for the English language? But his one bullet was fired that night, and the poor man lost his life. Was he protecting his shop, I wonder? Trying to keep the article safe? If you want Kieran to be a himbo, buy him dinner. Stop! I'm not a himbo! English is not a language. English is 3 languages stacked on top of each other in a trench coat. English is the Guy Fieri Flavortown burger of languages. The trash can nachos, if you will. Is this the same from under? Man, I want to go to Flavortown so bad. English is an abomination of a language, and I'm proud to say English is, I feel so bad for anyone that learns English as a second language, because English makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. I talk English real good. I sure don't. This isn't good.
I feel like the mood in here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden, Runo.
I think that's because it has.
Let us begin. Bring forth the witness to the foul murder of Mr. Pop Windibank on 16th April of this year.
I and E except after C, and then we refer to the phases of the moon to determine the right place to put the word.
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court.
Oh god, I gotta think of voices! Name's Nash Sulkin. Occupation is baddie. Professional baddie. Onlyfans.com/Nash Shulkin. Name's Ringo Skulkin. Occupations, same as him. An IG baddie. I'm sorry, yes.
Tobias Gregson, Scotland Yard Inspector.
That's right. We're what they call a 3-skulvin brother. He's a brother?
What are you looking at that like me? What are you looking at me like that for? Don't lump me in with you lot. Call blimey, that's cold. Don't you know what we're going through?
It's our older bruv. Lost contact with him, we have. So we're scouring every shady corner of the capital.
And that night, we came across you. The very spit of the bloke. Ain't that right, Ringo?
He's for Nash, he is. The very spit of him.
So we decided that, and then what we was gonna do, oh my god, I can't read English! We was gonna call you Big Bruv Sulky. Come on, leave it out, you two.
Sulky Sulkin? That's before he's run out of chips.
Well then, Inspector Sulky Gregson.
You can read English. This is British. Totally different. Like, you're so right. Honestly, I was thinking about getting accent training because I definitely need to enhance my like repertoire of accents. There's a reason British debuff exists.
Begging your pardon, my lord, but the name's Tobias.
Oh my goodness gracious, Oceanic Pears! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, gamers. Oceanic Pears, how are you doing? Thank you so much for choosing to share your community with me. For anyone that's new here, hiya, hey, it's so nice to meet you guys. My name is Kieran. I'm a magical idol VTuber. I'm also a queer Filipino-American voice actor for animation, anime, and video games. If you guys play Fire Emblem Heroes, I provide the English voices for Sane and Rickard in that game. If you guys like Genshin Impact, I play Kazuha's great-grandfather, Kaedehara Yoshinori. And if you guys like Yaoi or Voice Love, I provide the English voice for Koichi Mizuki in The Titan's Bride. We're currently playing the Great Ace Attorney. We're on the 5th case, which is the final case of the first game. And we just started the trial. So if you guys need to head out for spoilers, I completely understand. But if you guys want to stick around, I would love to have you guys. Doing good. I was doing a cafe model kit. Well, let's see a little clippy and see what you were up to. Oceanic Pears.
Nicolas Cage collection? Mira
Oh my god, your hair's
este.
so good.
Yo comprado este por un solcito. Motherfucker, I haggled this shit. 2015. We were in Peru in 2014. Literally, I'm not even joking. Back then, these fucking DVD smugglers were so good, we literally got movies. They were not even out in the US at the time.
Oh my god, wait, are you talking about...
Perfect DVD quality rip. Someone broke.
Oh,
NTR.
DVD.
No, wait, NDA.
Not NTR, no!
Someone broke NDA.
I thought you were talking about, you know how, I guess this is more like when I was growing up, where like there would be these people that would like sell DVDs, but it'd be like they had a camera at the movie theater and they filmed the movie with that shitty camera and they burned it onto a DVD and they would sell them for like $2. Like, but you'd only find them like walking around, like kind of like Avon, like just randomly. I thought that's what you were referring to. I was like, oh my god, NDR broke up. Who's NDR? But anyways, thank you so much for the raid. If you need to head out and go to sleep, I completely understand. We had that too. It's a different time. Oh, are you in Peru? Wait, what time is it in Peru right now? Hold on. Time in Peru. It's 12:38 a.m. You need to head out and go to sleep. Don't let me hold you up. But anyways, thank you so much for the raid. If you guys want to stick around, I'd love to have you. But I'm going to be going back to the game. Please be aware of spoilers. I will be going back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm in the US right now, but every summer we go visit family. Oh, okay, cool. Got it. It's an NDA that put a little top way. Shut up!
Begging your pardon, my lord, but the name's Tobias. What would I like to know, Inspector, is what you are doing in the witness stand. The Skulkin brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on that suspicion of theft. Thieves, are they? These three? They're going on the naughty list.
I don't...
No, my lord. Begging your pardon, but please don't lump me in with this lot. 2 nights ago, these 2 little brothers illegally entered an establishment with intent to burgle. And in the course of their nefarious activities, they became embroiled in a far more sinister crime. By Jove! You mean to say, what an extraordinary coincidence! Indeed, my lord. While attempting to burglarize the pawnbrokery, they witnessed its proprietor's murder.
Oh my god, the middle guy's on a box.
Order! Order! The various trespasses of these brothers is not the subject of today's proceedings, though they will naturally face trial in the very near future. With your lordship's permission, I'd like to remain in the stand to keep these gents on the straight and narrow.
Anytime Van Zykes is on the screen, my brain short circuits and goes, Have you ever had a dream that
Of course, Inspector. Skeptical as I am about the caliber of these witnesses, I will permit them to take the stand. Mr. Skulkin, you will now testify before the court.
That'd be cute if they weren't brothers, but never mind.
Describe the events of the night in question and what exactly you saw.
Happy to. 'Cause a skulkin never skulkin.
Get out of it!
Illegal entry.
I was walking down Baker Street in the small hours, and the gaff door was ajar, see? It was like some kind of sign, begging for us to go in, it was. But once we got inside, God blimey lummy, we heard a gunshot from the back room. Ugh. We went to see what was what, but the door was locked from the inside. Oh, we never done nothing, governor. We never took nothing. We just left after that, nice and quiet.
I'm gonna make the thumbnail have the word "what was what" because that's such a British sentence.
A terrible coincidence, it would seem. At the precise moment these miscreants entered the property, an even more sinister crime was afoot. The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail. The door providing access to the storeroom for the main shop was indeed locked from the inside, and within, only the victim and the accused were found. I must say, it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case. Still, the defense may cross-examine the witnesses now, of course. Counsel, if you please. Counsel?
What's the matter, Runo?
Sorry. I was just stunned into silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by that pair in the stand. I know it's all nonsense, because I saw it with my own eyes. I'll just have to expose their testimony for the pack of lies it is! Psh. Hold it! The front door of Winterbanks was ajar, you say? What time of night was this?
Must have been about 1, right, Ringo? Yeah, I'd say so. Right, Sulky?
How would I know? The place would have been shut out at 1 in the morning, just like every other shop in that town.
Well, it was pitch black inside. It was pitch black? How do you say that with a British accent? Pitch black inside, it's true. Ain't that right, Ringo? I'm not so sure, Nash. I seem to remember a little light burning inside. What about you, Sulky? My old mucker?
Leave me alone.
There definitely was a small lamp burning inside. That's what alerted us to the situation in the first place.
And when these gentlemen ventured into the open establishment, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, already had the muzzle of a gun trained on the unfortunate victim.
Objection! That is pure conjecture! Just hit all the vowel shapes at once. One of them's bound to be correct.
Oh, perhaps. But it changes nothing. These brothers inadvertently wandered into the middle of a cold-blooded murder. Simply because they found the door of the victim's establishment open and ventured inside.
Basically, when it comes to European accents, if you want a heavier accent, just stop removing consonants. I can't. I'll learn someday.
Right, that's what happened.
The way he says hold it in the soundbite is super cute.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
It's like the L, it's like, hold it! Hold it! I love it. His voice is so cute. What are you trying to suggest? That you had to go in?
Well, God moves in mysterious ways, they say, don't they, Ringo? They do, Nash, they do. Must have been some sort of providence, I reckon.
God's will often presents itself as the whim of thieves, does it?
It weren't no whim, I'm dead sure of that. It weren't, Nash, it weren't. Like we said at the time. You don't just find doors open in the middle of the night like that. Nah, there's no two ways about it. It was a sign that a long-lost brother was inside.
They're not very good liars, are they?
Well, yeah, you can't deny it. It led us to a bloke what looks like just like our bruv.
I said, cut it out!
Those chips are kidding and chomping today.
Hold it!
A gunshot, you say? Just the one. Are you sure about that?
Yup, just the one, Governor. I could swear to that.
It was, Nash, it was. Ain't that right, bruv?
The firearm used belonged to the victim himself.
Yes. Mr. Windibank always used to leave his gun lying around on the counter.
Right. I remember.
When we examined it, we found the revolver was completely out of rounds.
That makes sense. Mr. Windibank always used to say he only ever kept a single bullet loaded.
That's true. I remember him saying that as well.
So we can say with considerable certainty that only a single round was discharged from the firearm used as the murder weapon. Oh. Yes, my lord, we can. And I should remind the court that the firearm in question was discovered in the hand of the accused.
Wonderful.
Hold it!
Do you mean the door between the main shop and the storeroom?
If my learned friend is having difficulty grasping the situation, perhaps a drawing would help. Excluding the shop's entrance from the street, there's only one other door. That of the storeroom.
Of course, there was only a little old lamp burning. Not much to see by.
And the door was hidden behind a curtain and all.
That's right. When we arrived, the door was mostly obscured by the curtain.
Tell me, why exactly did you try to open that door? Any normal petty thief would run at the sound of a gunshot, I should think. Relix, thank you so much for being first.
Your turn to rabbit, Ringo.
Well, nah, sure, yeah. I suppose you have to say we ain't normal, eh?
Broadly speaking, humans respond in one of two ways on hearing a gunshot or scream. The timid flee, gripped by fear, or the courageous investigate to see if they might help. These gentlemen are of the latter at inclination. My learned Nipponese friend, it would seem, is of the former.
All right. Somehow I just proved that I was a coward that night.
Thank you, counsels. So, I believe we all understand that the door was locked and could not be opened. Proceed, witness.
Hold it!
You didn't do or take anything. Is that your story?
Well, it was Bedlam soon as, weren't it?
It was, Nash. It was. Didn't even have time to pull my dukes out of Lucky Lockets.
So with no time to take your hands out of your pockets, you just left. Nice and quietly, you say?
That's right, Governor. Often we ate more than violence. Peace-loving nibblers we are, not bludgers.
We are, Nash. We are. Never even pulled my dukes out of my Lucy Lockets.
So, you'd clearly like us to believe.
Come again?
As you fled from the pawnbrokers that night, did you not run into anyone else? We just broke in and walked out in a store full of knickknacks.
And did you not fire a gun at that person? Saints alive! They fired a gun, you say? Ah! Blimey, Governor!
You ain't telling us it was you in the doorway.
It was.
I'm a bleeding Nora. Didn't you mention that before?
You were armed with a gun! And as you fled the scene, you fired that gun! At London's greatest detective! My hot himbo roommate, Herlock Sholmes! He shot the great Mr. Sholmes? I did hear that, actually. There's a rumor he'd been rushed to the hospital. The great Sholmes? That's beyond the pale!
On the night in question, this pair were arrested by the police within minutes of the discovery of the crime scene. Their suspicious countenance rapidly gave them away. And when searched, a firearm was indeed found in their possessions. Furthermore, a barrel shows signs of a shot having been fired from it. The prosecution invites his lordship to examine the firearm recovered from these brothers. Yes, indeed. Remnants of powder around the muzzle, as you say, counsel.
The court will hold this weapon as evidence.
Oh, 2 Glocks. So, there's ammunition still loaded in 5 of this revolver's 6 cylinders.
Yes, which tells us that only a single shot has been fired from it.
Exactly.
The bullet that hit Hurley, in fact. Isn't it?
Yes. It happened almost as soon as we walked in through Windibank's door.
I'll make these brothers pay.
She's gonna fire her own Glock. Anything of interest we should be looking for?
Stop moving! Stop moving!
No, okay, none that I see so far.
Now, my learned Nipponese friend.
Yes?
Here's to you successfully presenting the evidence.
She's a little young for a gun. Now, bottle cap gun. Now we're going somewhere. Did anyone grow up with the little rubber band pistols that kids would have? I feel like maybe that's only a thing that happened for me growing up. But kids would have these little like wooden guns that had like you could like load rubber bands on them and then kids would shoot them. But like rubber bands still freaking hurt. Yes? Okay, cool.
Oh yes, there are telltale signs of spent powder on this gun and a single bullet missing from the cylinder. But the prosecution demands evidence that it was fired at the scene of the crimes under scrutiny in this trial.
Objection.
I had one that was basically a solid block of wood. It was a more effective weapon unloaded. Well, I don't need evidence. Because I was there!
Objection! Objection! However, the rest of us in this courtroom were not. If the defense fails to provide evidence in support of its rash claim, we shall have no choice but to toast in your incompetence and move on.
Evidence that these two fired that gun before they left Windibanks that night.
Cool story, bro. But where's the proof? Otherwise, you should tell it at parties. The court demands that all claims are affirmed with clear proof. What evidence shows that these witnesses unloaded a firearm in the pawnbroker shop that night?
Oh my god, I gotta save my game. I gotta save my game. The blood samples, right? Did we confirm that one was Herlock Sholmes? Yeah, this one. Take that! The evidence is in this portfolio!
What? What on earth do you have there, counsel?
During the course of our investigations, we discovered a number of bloodstains.
Not trusting the police to do the job they're trained to do? How arrogantly Nipponese of you.
Well, anyway, we analyzed all the blood samples we found and recorded the results of this portfolio.
And you claim to have the evidence the court is demanding therein?
Yes, my lord.
No more dallying then, counsel. Present the pertinent evidence at once. What do you have in your portfolio that proves these witnesses unloaded a firearm at the scene?
Gee, I don't know, maybe the bullet?
Take that!
The way he says, take that! It's so cute, his voice is so cute!
What is this? Explain!
It's a photographic print taken at Windibank's pawnbrokery on the day of the incident.
From the scene of the crime, is it? Is that a bullet hole? And if my eyes do not deceive me, it appears that the bullet is still lodged there.
Yes, as your lordship noticed, the bullet pierced Mr. Windibank's calendar. The date shown being the 16th of April, the very day of the pawnbroker's death.
The incident occurred at 1 hour after midnight. But this indicates that a separate shot has been fired sometime after the calendar had been set to the 16th.
That's right. And while it isn't irrefutable, the defense believes that this is credible evidence that the witnesses did fire a round from their gun in the pawnbrokers that night.
Order! How does the prosecution stand, Lord Van Zykes?
Van Zykes would 1,000,000% be that guy that like is drinking wine and is like, ah, yes,
Stella Rosa. If that is the direction my learned friend wishes to take, the prosecution has no objection.
what?
But you'll forgive me for
Oh my god, I almost read that wrong. I thought it said fingering my hollow chalice.
But you'll forgive me for But you'll forgive me for my hollowed chalice aside in disgust as the repugnancy it exposes. Yes, on the night in question, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery illegally.
Stop! End it there! End it there!
And like the bold baddies they claim to be, opened fire on the new arrivals before fleeing back onto the street.
Your voice acting for this is always a treat. Aw, thank you. You came in at the time that... Don't talk about it. We don't talk about this.
Yeah? Take it easy there, governor. You're gonna land us on the soup. What a deal! You were going into them details? Tell him, Sulky! Set the bloke straight!
I have nothing to add.
So, he knew, did he? And Zykes knew their testimony would almost certainly expose the extent of their crimes.
It would seem now that I owe my learned Nipponese friend a word of gratitude.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that you have helpfully confirmed an important fact. To what fact do you refer, Lord Van Zykes? As has been established at the point of their arrest, a single shot has been fired from the brothers' gun. However, if that shot found its target at Mr. Sholmes, then clearly these witnesses cannot be accused of the fatal shooting of the proprietor and victim. In other words, these two men have no material connection to the murder of Mr. Winterbank at all.
So, that's it.
That's it! We didn't have nothing to do with it! We didn't, Nash! We didn't! That's what I reckon!
Your crimes include unlawful entry, intent to steal, perjury, and, let us not forget, attempted murder. Quite a catalogue, eh, fellas?
We're in for it now, bruv.
Now then, let us take a moment to consider the aforementioned great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, himbo extraordinaire. It would seem the man patronized the pawnbrokers in question somewhat regularly.
Where's he going with this? What's he cooking?
Mr. Sholmes appears to take pleasure in tinkering with eccentric machinery.
Eccentric? Says who?
Not me. Don't give me that look.
He installed a pair of machines like this one in the victim's shop.
Oh! That's one of Hurley's red-handed recorders.
What is that, Counsel? It has the appearance of a photographic contraption. As your lordship has surmised, it is indeed a camera attached to a small timing device.
Every half an hour, it automatically photographs the interior of the establishment. The idea being that if a thief were to break into the shop, it would be caught red-handed.
The prosecution has obtained the photographs taken by the by the device on the night in question. As the court will observe, copious identical prints are produced in quite desultory fashion. Rather prodigal, I feel. In fact, there are 2 such devices in the victim's shop, my lord. If I may refer to the court to the plan of the premises, their respective positions are here and here. You say these cameras produce a print every half hour. I'm afraid I fail to see. Oh, that would help if the anticipated thief conducted his activities in one of the many 30-minute intervals. One can only pray that the would-be criminal lingers, my lord. On the night in question, the witnesses currently in the stand were not caught on camera.
That's a bit of Friar Tuck, eh, bruv? Lady Luck loves a skulking.
Witnesses, what time did your trespassing begin?
Must have been just after 1. Right, bruv? Must have been, Nash. Must have been. Yeah, just gone 1.
In which case, minutes before these brothers entered the establishment. What scene might we expect to see within the shop? Let us examine the evidence. Good Lord! It's the defendant! Miss Gina Lestrade! As the court can clearly see, the accused is pictured gun in hand facing the victim over at the shop counter, no doubt coercing the proprietor to open this door to his storeroom. Quite! One can only too easily imagine the events that unfolded. The court will take this photographic print as evidence, if you please, counsel.
Ugh. It's not her!
I don't believe it. Jenny.
In short, the accused is the only person who could possibly have killed Mr. Winterbank.
Ah!
I say, my lord. Wonder if I might put in a word at this point. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. Took a bally bullet to the knee in the Battle of Maiwand, 1880, don't you know? Decorated it for it all, but forced to retire from the service, sadly. Of course, a medal can never outshine the exploits of chaps like us on the battlefield. Yes, Mr. Foreman, and what exactly is your point? Carried it on the battle after retirement, you see. The battle of daily life, if you like. And here I am now, leading this small squadron, 6 men all good and true. And we all go down together, you mark my words. One for all, and all for one. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached agreement, have they? Even the non-binary folk. Is that what we are to understand? Well, Mr. Foreman, is that correct? In a manner of speaking, yes. That is the Garradib Squadron's position, sir.
What? No! It's too soon to make a judgment here!
Strutter's report to the courtmen, on the double!
His lordship insists on promptitude at all times, and that goes for making decisions, too.
I think you'll find the truth is as clear as day now. I could reach out and touch it. I face out, I hold out, I reach out to the truth all my life, seeking to seize all the homo men to now break away. I wouldn't have left it in there.
I just wouldn't. But in all honesty, I can't actually remember.
Situation clear. No room for doubt. Stop. Truth now and undeniable. Stop.
I'm very sorry for brothers. They are unlucky.
Little mouse is so cute. Okay, so out of the game really fast, a lot of people will draw Ryunosuke as like a mouse. Does that get explained in the game, or is that just like a fan and like the mouse is his animal kind of thing? Because it's really cute, but I don't understand why he has that analogy, like when they like draw him like that.
Very well. I now call upon each member of the jury to state his or her leaning in this manner.
It's in eventually? Oh, the game talks about it eventually?
Announce your considered verdicts to the court.
Guilty.
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 No!
It does appear that the jury is unanimous in its leaning already.
That photograph. It must be the definitive evidence that Gregson mentioned.
But Jenny didn't shoot him!
No, of course not! My lord! The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination!
Very well, the court grants permission. So, you refuse to admit defeat again. How unsurprising. We shall proceed immediately with the summation examination. Mr. Foreman, are all members of the jury ready? Absolutely, sir. Always ready for action, my chaps. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you've determined the defendant to be guilty.
Okay, before we do that, I gotta pee really fast. Give me 1 second. Was not prepared. Oh, for the fart? You weren't prepared for the jurors' contentions.
All the evidence clearly points to the finger of guilt at this young pickpocketer.
As a housemaid, I should like to see all the filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated.
I think that if you look at this photograph, in stereo, the truth will just pop out.
If I have left it in there, I should think there'll be repercussions, but
I don't even know what voices I gave everyone.
mate up. Local radio transmission, a verdict to follow. Stop.
In Motherland, we never judge by clothes, judge by head. I'm convinced brothers are innocent.
That's so much reverb, truly incredible. It's a wet fart.
The circumstances of the crime and the evidence do indeed implicate that the defendant rather comprehensively.
Man, I go pee for like a minute and I forget how I read everyone.
A storeroom locked from the inside in which the victim and the accused were discovered alone. And in the accused's hand, the fatal revolver, the firing of which was heard by these witnesses. Not to mention this print! Take it from a chap who's seen action on the battlefield, and young girls on the verge of pulling the bullet trigger!
Thanks a lot, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh dear. These cameras were supposed to help, not hinder.
I'm afraid I think you have an uphill struggle ahead of you.
But Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windibank. Which means there's more to this situation that we've yet to see.
Agreed.
You have the floor, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination.
The defense's butt. Hold it! You're Mr. Natsume's landlord, Mr. Garadab, aren't you? You really must stop meeting like this.
Oh, you're that lawyer chap. Well, there's a turn-up for the books. Yes, rather than a turbulent time we had back then.
The defense's big butt. Oh, no, I love him, but he has a flat ass. He does not have any cake. I'm sorry. I mean, but some extraordinary events took place at your house. That's for sure. Luckily, Mr. Sholmes and I were able to get to the bottom of it all. Bottom. I think we did rather a lot for you, didn't we? I mean, obviously. I wouldn't be suggesting that before you should change your leaning to not guilty or anything. Not you! Oh my god, no. I don't want that in my album. Hold on. This is important. Not him. There we go. Okay, for everyone that complains about how much screenshots I take, there's your proof. I have 89.2 gigabytes, okay? We're fine.
Can't be denied, I suppose. The curse of the Garadib's house was the talk of the town after that business. I'll just move out and I couldn't get a bully soul to take up the tenants.
Oh.
I haven't had the heart to break the news to Joni yet, But enough with the old girl's
Clapped up, double-cheeked on a Tuesday?
Yes, can't be denied. You did rather do a lot, but not for us, that's for dashed certain.
I suppose not.
Course. There can be no suggestion of that being the reason I'm leaning towards guilty here, obviously.
Obviously, but honestly, I really wish you'd paid more attention to the trial and less to juror number 2. Polishing the bench, I see. Again?
A maid's work is never done. Not a blemish must remain.
What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores?
On my way to market for his lordship, I have to pass through the East End. The place is full of beggars, pick-purses, and crossmen. The scum of the earth.
A little harsh, perhaps.
Let me be plain. If it were up to me, all those
Ooh. Oh my god, I almost read that. Let me drink some water. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
If it were up to me, all those back slums would be made spick and span or eradicated. At least we have people like the great detective working to achieve these important goals.
You're referring to Mr. Herlock Sholmes?
That's right. I like to keep abreast of his exploits by reading Ranced magazine in between my duties. He does wonders cleaning up London streets. In my onion, he should be declared an honorary maid of the capital.
Mr. Sholmes? A maid?
It's really quite unforgivable. Gutter scum having the audacity to shoot our very greatest detective.
Minor detail. It was the 2 brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Sholmes, not the defendant.
A minor detail indeed. They're all gutter scum as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it just might be an idea to get our facts straight anyway.
Yes, all right. I shall amend my statement.
I agree with you. The shooting of Mr. Sholmes was an unforgivable act. But the purpose of this trial is to determine who shot the pawnbroker, Mr. Windibank.
I'm afraid you're splitting hairs, sir.
Sorry?
Whether it was the thieves or the pig purse, it was still gutter trash that shot the pawnbroker in the end. Filth that should be cleaned up and eradicated, in my considered opinion.
Thanks so much for sharing. Changing this maid's mind isn't going to be easy.
Bruno, it was one of those 2 brothers that shot Hurley, wasn't it?
Yes, without question.
Well then, I'll never forgive them.
Oh, Iris.
Perhaps we can use this maid's statement to help us somehow, do you think?
Yes, maybe. Let's listen carefully to what each juror has to say first. She has some strong opinions, for sure. What do you mean, look at the photograph in stereo? Sorry? What? Don't you know? If you look at the photographic print normally, it looks as though the pickpocket girl is about to shoot the victim, obviously. But there's no indication that the defendant ever fired the gun. All I'm saying is that if you look at the same print in stereo, it reveals all sorts of new information. By any chance,
are you a fan of the new Nintendo 3DS XL? Oh, how did you know? Didn't you know that the new Nintendo 3DS XL has an updated 3D camera that adjusts to your eyes so that you can have a perfect crystal clear vision of the 3D? Let's call it a lucky guess. It never gets old, seeing the two prints merge into one before your eyes. It's extraordinary, it's captivating, it's the height of modernity. Of course. Oh yes, I think you'll find that the stereoscope is here to stay. Giving us new perspectives we could only dream of before. It's the greatest invention the world has ever seen, and that's why this Nintendo Switch that this game is currently being played on does not have a stereoscope. If only you could give me a new perspective on this case, I might agree with you. What exactly have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You keep talking about having left something somewhere or something like that.
So sorry. As you can probably tell, I'm a surgeon.
A surgeon? That totally passed me by.
Of course, people conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors. Oh, no. Even though me and my kind are at the forefront of medical science, the real brains in the field.
So, what is it that you think you left behind?
Well, that's a little embarrassing, to be honest. You see, I was operating on someone yesterday. Standard thing, went in through the abdomen. But when I finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere.
What? Did he? Oh God, surely not!
Exactly. Surely not, you say to yourself, don't you? Worrying, isn't it? That's what's been troubling me this whole time. Could I really have left my scalpel inside the fellow's belly? No, of course I couldn't. So, there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing, really.
That's one way of putting it. The other is manslaughter.
It's exactly my concern. And seeing as this case appears to be all but sewn up, I need to focus on trying to remember exactly what I've sewn up elsewhere. Now, I'm sure I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, as sure as you can be without being sure.
I'm sure you need to be more sure.
Sorry, radio transmission? What do you mean? Are you from the Far East? Yes. From the Empire of Japan. All communications with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Royal Mail streamers... Oh. Royal Mail steamers take more than a month to complete the journey.
But now we have the electric telegram, so we can send messages using electric signals. Thousands of miles of cables have been laid along the ocean beds, connecting the entire world.
Wait, is that true? Thousands of miles of cable? On the ocean bed? It makes my head hurt just thinking about it. You are well informed, young lady. But cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop. And just when I was starting to catch up. Radio transmission... Radio transmission is the future. Messages carried over airwaves to four corners of the globe. Stop. Excitement growing. Stop. Atmosphere electric. Stop. Right.
Try not to wear out your fingers.
Era of wireless technology. Stop. Telegraphy. I keep on hitting the stick. driving technological revolution. Stop. And people say inventions like the stereoscope are the height of technology. What utter piffle! Piffle! I'm sure once they see the new Nintendo Switch, I can't understand it. I really can't. Oh.
Excuse me.
Sure, number 3. Sorry to interrupt when you're obviously fuming, but...
What?
You perhaps have something to say about juror number 5's last remark? As if I couldn't guess.
Oh, you bet I do! Say that again! Go on! I dare ya! Goodness! Are you talking to me?
I think he just might be, yes.
You think stereoscopes are just toys, do you? Huh? Absolutely. I mean, really? A machine to view photographs in 3 dimensions? Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3-dimensional.
What a great way to appease a man.
No, I am sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all. You just said no! Pardon?
I think you'll find that viewing a photograph through a stereoscope can unlock
All sorts of possibilities. I'm obviously going to have to demonstrate.
what sort of possibilities?
Well, take a crime scene, for example. If you had a pair of photographs from a crime scene that you could view through a stereoscope, it could reveal hidden clues you never even noticed before. What?
Have you got any, Bruno? Any prints we could look at with a stereoscope?
How about this print here? It should do the trick, I think. Let me save my game. Oh, it's these ones. This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks like Wagahai. I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different. Actually, now we have both pictures. I could have another go at viewing them as a stereoscopic image. So, I need to cross my eyes and try to get the 2 cats to merge in the middle as one. It's such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring. Gonna be lurking while doing night skincare, getting ready for bed. Glad I could read. Yeah, thank you so much for the rating. I appreciate it. Take care. Thank you so much for the lurk.
Take that!
Ugh, I was wrong. I can't. No, 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 no! That has to be it, right? How do we combine them? So this is the second of the 2 photographic prints of the cat, and it really does look like Wagahai. It looks exactly the same as the first photograph at first glance. I suppose that's what's so compelling. Actually, now that we have both pictures, I could have another go at viewing them as a stereoscopic image. So, I need to cross my eyes and try to get the 2 cats to merge in the middle as one. It's such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring.
Is this not it? Let me save one more time.
Take that!
Huh? No.
Take that!
All right then. Juror number 3. Are you saying you can do this with any two suitable photographic prints? Of course I am. Very well then. I'd like you to demonstrate. I'd be delighted to. Just give me one more print and I'll amaze you all. Wait, is it with the... Okay, did I make the right choice? Do I just select it again or no?
Take that!
Wait, sorry? What do you mean, one more print? Oh dear, oh dear.
Take that!
Huh? Oh no! Oh no! This one?
Take that!
Maybe we need it for... Okay, I'll try looking at the print. There's no flavor text. One more print. It's not this one?
Take that!
Crime scene layout? Does that count? I don't think it does.
Take that!
One for the left eye, one for the right. Oh yes, I remember now, but the print we have from the pawnbrokery is just a normal photograph. I think you'll find that the clue is in the name. It's a stereoscope, not a monoscope. You always need 2 prints. Thanks for the friendly explanation.
Well, if we obtain another print at some point later in the trial, we can always show it to this young man then.
I think you'll find that know-it-all expression is really starting to annoy me. Okay, so there's no choice, yes.
Let's get things back on track, shall we, Council?
That like threw me in for a loop for a second. I was like, what do I do?
Hold it!
What exactly have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You keep talking about having left something somewhere or something like that.
It's just to see Ryubi Dum Dum. Oh, That's perfect.
I'm sorry. As you can probably tell, I'm a surgeon.
Wait, did I not do this already? Wait, I read this one already. Oh, it's because I was on her and she was throwing shade. Okay, got it.
Hold it!
Please tell me you're not villain Bolshevik. The Russian revolutionary.
Revolutionary?
Da, I believe there is such a rumor.
It's just a rumor.
As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. I look like vicious criminal.
Your words, not mine. Just want to point that out.
People call me revolutionary, murderer, autocrat.
And which glove fits?
Good day. I am visiting London.
Wait, what if I read it with a Tommy Wiseau accent?
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
What if I just read him like Tommy Wiseau in The Room? Right. That didn't sound staged at all. He'll forgive me for having my doubts.
To be treated like vicious criminal all the time. It is very painful. People do not realize. So I have much sympathies for these brothers. People say they are criminals only because of how they look.
The Skulkin brothers?
Da. Maybe they went inside pawnbroker's shop. But they have done nothing wrong. That is all I want to say.
The Skulkin brothers did nothing wrong that night? All right. Well, first of all, that's one not so little misunderstanding I'll need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris.
What is it, Runo?
The jurors are chosen at random from the inhabitants of London town, aren't they?
Yes! It's amazing, isn't it?
In that case, how is it that there's a Russian tourist sitting among them who looks for all the world like a revolutionary?
I wish I knew.
If I can't change the minds of more than half of these 6 jurors, the trial will be over.
But we know that Ginny would never shoot anyone.
Yes, so we need to find contradictions in what these jurors are saying and pit them against each other. I must be ready to go to whatever lengths I have to convince them of Gina's innocence. Okay, young pickpocketian, brothers of the scum of the earth. Oh, so pit her against Russian man. There was a peso at the council.
Objection!
Yes, it went silent! Those two statements clearly contradict each other!
Good lord! Counsel, explain yourself!
Oh my statement? Contradictory?
Contradict. C-O-N.
Juror number 6. You've got the wrong idea, a wrong end of the stick.
I do not have stick. I have mouse. His name is Mickey.
As juror number 2 said earlier, when the Skulkin brothers fled the scene on the night in question, they fired a shot from their revolver.
Yes. They shot poor Mr. Sholmes in the abdomen, I understand.
Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear.
Abdomen. Abdomen. A. B. D.
Sir?
Sorry. My English is still learning.
You are telling the court you didn't hear.
Forgive me. I did not hear.
Ugh.
Oh, here is word. Abdomen. Part of person's body containing stomach and other vital organs. If this is what you mean, you should say it in plain English. I'm Russian, not a native speaker.
Who thought it was a good idea to let this man be on the jury again?
So, you are telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying? They said before, we never done nothing. But truth is, they shot detective. Duh! This is double negative.
Yes, that's exactly right!
Lying is wrong, especially when lie is said by person who looks like criminal.
Coming from you, it seems surprisingly prejudiced.
This means
Wait, the mouse! The mouse is doing that thing like when cats get grabbed, they like slink up their bodies?
when they said we never took nothing, maybe it was also big fat lie. Is this true?
Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so...
Enough. I trust no one now.
It's not the mouse's fault though, sir.
I must see with own eyes. Must investigate crime scene myself.
I'm afraid that won't pass.
Yes, it is, Runo. Easily.
Sorry?
With the prints from Hurley's red-handed recorder.
Oh,
If you compare the pictures that... If you can compare the print that pictures Ginny and the next print from a half an hour later, you'll be able to see straight away if anything is taken or not. Cooey, Mr. Prosecutor!
Tut. Calling on... I was gonna give him the Russian. Calling on the prosecution in the middle of a summation examination of all times. The print showing the accused threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one. Following this, the victim and the accused moved into the storeroom. Meanwhile, the Skulkin brothers entered through the shop, summarily heard the fatal gunshot ring out. Sadly, none of these events were captured on film. This is the print produced by the camera half an hour later, after the brothers' fight.
flight!
So this was taken after Hurley was shot then? As far as I can tell, nothing has been taken.
That does seem to be the case. I can't notice anything that's obviously missing in the second print.
So, the brothers who look like criminals told only one lie. They shot a man, but they stole nothing.
It would seem so, yes.
Good.
No, not good!
You were right. I did not understand the situation. Now I know brothers have lied. I think it's very important to continue with trial.
Yay! Well done, Runo! The balance is shifting.
Well, it's a start, I suppose. There must be more in what these jurors are saying that I can use to expose the truth. And if I can do that, we just might turn the situation to our favor still.
Thank you, counsel. Continue with the summation examination. Oh-ho. And kindly hand that new photographic print to the bailiff to be filed as evidence.
Post-shooting photograph. Another print in the court record. I wonder if we can make use of that.
Oh, there's the second one. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, cool. I can do the thing now. Hold it.
Now you're thinking with stereoscopics. Excuse me. Oh, I should probably, no, the prints. The prints I can't examine, right? I just see them. So then I'll offer them up as the evidence then. Okay, got it. Absolutely.
Take that.
All right then, juror number 3. Are you saying you can do this with any 2 suitable photographic prints?
Of course I am.
Very well then. I'd like you to demonstrate.
Take that.
All right. These 2 prints were both taken with the same camera and Windibanks on the night in question.
Yes, I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer. Do you know how stereographic images work? Do you understand the principle?
Well, I think so.
I did have a lesson only yesterday.
The left and right eye images need to be the same, only with a slight shift in the positions of some objects. Then, when your brain merges the 2 images together inside your head, it notices the shift as if it were depth.
Yes, exactly.
It's that small shift between certain objects in the 2 pictures that's really important.
So what happens if you use 2 photographs that are exactly the same then?
Oh, no. Obviously, that wouldn't work at all. Not for seeing the scene 3-dimensionally, anyway.
Oh! Of course, now I see!
Oh, I think the young girl discovered the secret.
I have!
Can you uncross your eyes before you tell me?
Have another look at these 2 pictures from Hurley's camera, Runo! Go on! Can you see that there's a really obvious difference between that?
Oh, I gotta save my game. Let me save my game.
Of course there is. There are 2 people in the first and no people in the second.
Oh yes, you can see that straight away, but now... Try looking at the pictures in 3 dimensions.
All right. I'll give it a go. So, to start with, you have to cross your eyes and then try to make the 2 pictures overlap exactly. Let's see if by crossing my eyes I can make the quill pens from each picture overlap in the middle. Wait.
Well, did you manage to see it properly, Runo?
I didn't, but I'm gonna go say yes, I did, to lie. I'm gonna see if I can try finishing the summation examination, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end it because I'm getting a little sleepy. Ah! What's going on with these two pictures? Some of the things on the counter they sort of jump at you. Not with his stereoscope. Yes, 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 that's it, you see! That's the other amazing power of stereoscopes! Other amazing power?
Is someone going to explain this black magic, eh? Why the deuce do some of the things on the counter seem to jump out at you like that, hmm?
I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope, you'll answer your own question. Basic principles of the stereoscope? As I said before, if you try to look at two identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't work at all. It's the slight shift in the positions of certain objects that lets you see these pictures three-dimensionally. In other words, even though at first glance it seems the objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the two pictures, it shows that actually there must have been a slight shift in their positions.
Yes, there must have been.
Now, hold the fire there, sir. Got a reasonable grasp of this whole cross-eyed business now, I'd say. Why the devil does this shift between the two prints exist in the first place? Well, what's the answer, fellow? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master.
What? I haven't the first idea.
You know, Runo, it's quite simple.
It is?
Just think it through step by step. The first photograph was taken at 1 a.m. Then, 30 minutes later, the second photograph was taken. But the position of some items on the counter appears to have slightly shifted in its interim. So that means...
That means that sometime in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter!
Zonkers!
Someone tampered? New information not mentioned in my testimony so far. Stop. Yes. We've had to go around in circles a little here, it seems. I'm starting to see what I should be aiming at this summation examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, the question now is clear. We know the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom?
Are you suggesting you might know?
Of course. I can tell you right now who is responsible for the almost imperceptible shift in the items on the counter. Can you tell me? Maybe I don't know because I'm sleepy.
Take that!
It was the witnesses currently in the stand, the Skulkin brothers.
Wait!
Oh. No, actually, let's see where that conversation goes. Let him cook.
Take that!
This does not agree with what brother said in testimony before. He said they did not even have time to pull dukes from Lucy Lockets. My phrasebook says dukes is meaning hands, and Lucy Lockets is meaning pockets. What is this? Another lie? Is this what you're saying?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Now, hold on there a minute. You can't be sure of that.
I quite agree. The accused is a common pick purse after all. It's perfectly possible that she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal. I think that's unlikely.
And why?
As you can see from this photographic print, the defendant was pointing a gun at the victim. It would seem, as my learned friend indicated, that she was coercing Mr. Windibank to break open the storeroom door. In other words, Miss Lestrade's interests lay within the storeroom, not the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. All of which points to one thing! The Skulkin brothers have omitted key facts in their testimony! Oh. But the accused is a pick purse. Common gutter trash. Why look any further for the wrongdoer here? Because the Skulkin brothers are thieves, madam. No better, in fact worse, than a pick purse. I believe that these brothers were looking for something on the victim's counter that night. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you would condemn the defendant on the grounds that she's a pickpocket, would it not at least be right and proper to thoroughly scrutinize testimony against her by two thieves?
Well said. I, for one, would like to hear more from that shady pair.
Can you all see now? I think you'll find stereoscopes aren't playthings. You've seen their extraordinary potential firsthand. Wholeheartedly agree. Stop! Must purchase after trial. Stop! We'll return home via Regent Street. Stop!
Well, it would seem this trial has yet run its course. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their inclinations via the mighty scales of justice. I hereby call this summation examination to conclusion with the ballots altered in the defendant's favor. 2 lean to guilty, 4 lean to not guilty. Accordingly, the jury is without consensus. And I order this trial to continue.
This is what a superstar looks like.
Yay! Well done! Oh, by the way,
What?
you should hold on to this, Runo. You never know when it might come in useful.
Twice in one trial would be unusual, surely. But all right.
Lord Van Zykes, you will instruct the witnesses that the court demands additional testimony from them. I'm sure it won't spoil the bouquet to do so, my lord.
Heading to bed, good luck and good night. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to end it here, so thank you so much. I've won myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night at last. And I won't stop probing them until I've proven that Gina is innocent. To be continued. All right, perfect. Rum bum 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 bum. Part 2. All right, perfect. Yes, we are ending on a cliffhanger today. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Oh my god, I feel like I'm immediately gonna knock out as soon as I turn off the stream. But the plot thickens. It gets juicier. It gets spicier. I love this game so much. tomorrow, if I do stream tomorrow, I think I'll do the Mario just to finish that because that's easy. And then if I do, then on Sunday we can play more of this trial. But if not, I'll probably see you guys for sure on Sunday. Make sure your keyboard is out of the way then. The head is as heavy as a bowling ball. No, I'm gonna go to bed. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed going through the trial with me. I definitely want to play more soon. But until then, we're going to go ahead and raid Brian, who's currently playing Grand Theft Auto roleplay. So if you guys can, please give him a hi, hey. He is my dear, beloved, brotherly figure friend. Also, if you guys like Fire Emblem, he provides the English voice for Rosado. So please join me in raiding him. And also... yeah, have a good weekend, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in, as always. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna go to bed now. Hope you guys get some good rest, too. Oh, it's a Kieran, guys. Good night. Good night. Bye-bye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye.